All right, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Dr. Joy Caduceus. If you want to reach out to me, I'm getting so much better at doing this. If you want to reach out to me, then you can reach me at drjoycaduceus@gmail.com. Yes, ooh, handling it. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing good. I'm pumping the videos out. I just have a few different videos that I'll be putting out to touch on the topics that I think are pertinent when you're getting ready to when you're stepping into real estate. This is not an easy game, not at all. And everything in life is a game. And somebody used to tell me that, and I was like, yo, I'm not playing. Like, yo, I'm so serious about this. Like, what are you talking about? It's a game, and you gotta play the game, and you gotta be in the game. And the only game that I really got good at playing is God. Okay, so I play with God, and God plays with me, and He is the most serious chess player in the world. He holds me down, so that's the game I play. Other than that, I don't really, everything is really serious to me. So real estate, with getting into real estate, you're going to have a number of different situations that will arise, and they're different. They're different depending on the state. They're different depending on the county. They're different depending on the city, the zip code. So today's message is going to be on all things working together for the good of those who love the Lord. And that's just, on this channel, Dr. Joy Caduceus, God is the doctor, and He gave me the joy, and the Caduceus, we'll touch on that another time, as soon as I'm comfortable enough to tell you, exactly what happened in my life that brought, the title of this channel together. But the scripture I'm going to be focusing on today is going to be Romans 8, 26 through 28. Okay, and I'm gonna just go ahead and read it right quick for you. So it's Romans chapter 8, 26. In the same way the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us with groans that words cannot express. And He who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for the saints in accordance with God's will. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. What did you get from that? Because what I got from it is really actually different than what I got from it last week. And that's one of the things about, continuously reading my Bible. So I haven't known what to pray for. I just didn't know what to pray for. I was peaceful. I was happy. I did not know what to pray for. And then a storm, but I knew that I wanted to get into my purpose. And my purpose is helping you to reach your goals, financial stability, and then living out the lifestyle that you want to live. That's what I do. You know that song, I think I found myself. I can't get the rhythm right now, don't judge me. I think I found a cheerleader, some shit like that, excuse my language, something like that. And I'm a cheerleader. I like to see people do good. I like to see people do good. I like to see people look good. I like to see them do well and not fake. And so real estate is the only thing that I ever really thought that could help people not fake. You work towards it just like you work towards a degree, and then 4 years down the line you have 6 to 10 properties and money that you can get from those 6 to 10 properties. And if you so choose, you can live off the income from those properties, or you can continue to exercise your degree and just build your empire. Each of us all should have an empire. Each of us all have access to an empire, and that's what I'm here to help you do. So all things working together. I didn't know what to pray for, and I didn't know how to ask God that I needed time. I needed a little extra help with my daughter so that I could do the videos, so that I could organize my channel in a such like manner to present it in a such like manner. And that I have this property that I just really wasn't planning to have to go in here and do work myself. I just didn't, you know, because I want to just be at the rich life, you know, but reality is I'm not at that place, and I have to go in this house, and I have to paint, and I may even have to lay a floor, which will be my first time. So if I have to lay the floor, then I will put that on camera for you guys to see what the floor looked like before, and I'll try and record myself, whatever. But painting, I'm not going to record myself painting, you know. Plus, you know, my work clothes, like, the top is presentable, but then I got on some tights that, you know, and you know, my bishop will watch this, and, you know, I just don't want, so anyway, whatever. But all things work together. The way that God brought the right scenario, the right setup for me to be able to bring you the videos, to be able to deliver a clear message, because if my daughter was here, this video wouldn't get done until she had everything she needed and she was situated, and then I would be able to do it maybe on a nap or something. And then if she took a nap, then I'm like, in my head I'm thinking like, dag, I probably should get this nap while she getting a nap, because when she get back up, then it's on. And she supersedes everybody in my life. She supersedes everybody and everything. That includes you guys too. No offense. Hey, take how you want. But look, she supersedes everybody. And so God put me in this one hell of a storm. Okay? Like, watch Moana. And Moana, she's trying to find her purpose, and then she prays. She's out in the middle of the sea, and she says to the water or something like that, you know, I need your help. And then they cause a big storm, and the storm pushes her and lands her right up where she needed to be. That is what Holy Spirit has done for me in my life right now. And why I'm sharing that with you is because what you're going through right now, you may be in the midst of a storm, but you need to hold on to the fact that it's for a reason. God is bringing you through it and taking you through it for a reason. Now, sometimes he might take you through a storm. You ain't gonna like this one. He might take you through a storm with a witch. Okay, and the witch put some stuff on you, got the voodoo on you or whatever, and now you got the voodoo on you, and God is standing present right there, the same God you've been dealing with all your life. God gonna allow you to walk right through it, you know, but only thing that he needs you to do is stand. And we talked about that. I hope I got that on there, because I've been recording videos and deleting videos, so I'm not really sure which information, but he talks about putting on the full armor of God. And once you put on the full armor of God, the only thing that is required of you is to stand. And he takes you through anything. And so what that encounter with another person's spirituality, another person's thing, what it may do is knock all of the fear out of you. It may knock all of the fear out of you, so that the things that you secretly were afraid of, the things that you publicly were afraid of, no longer are relevant. And that's what he did in my life. And so why I say that is because in the midst of that storm, I could have lost my mind. I could have lost my life. I could have lost so many different things. And I don't want you to think that your story is any different. When the devil comes to attack you, he's coming to take your mind. He's coming to take your life. He's coming to take your things, your stuff. They got that song, I Want It All Back, for a reason. Because the devil is coming for you, you know. And it may be a time in your life where God has removed the hedge of protection from around you. And so now he allows the devil to get so close and up personal with you that you're sleeping with the enemy. You know, that you're sleeping with the devil. And so in that time, what do you have? Your heart. And in your heart should be God. And if God is in your heart, then know that all things work together for those who love the Lord. He'll walk you through it. He walked me through it. He'll walk you through it. And I may not be able to specifically say what your situation is. I'm going to have to cut the air on in a second. I'm hot. I may not be able to address specifically what your situation is, but I don't have to. Because if it hurts, it hurts. If it's scary, it's scary. You know, and all of us have to face our fears. All of us have to and guess what you do? You do it afraid. Joyce Myers is the first person who messaged do it afraid. Rang bells in my family, in my house. You know, my mother is like my thing. Okay, so you know she's my go-to. I pray that I'm my daughter's go-to, and you know that's just that. My daughter's only 2, so we're still getting to know her personality, but right now she has a lot of her mother in her. We're gonna cut this air on. I'm gonna try not to, but can you see I'm sweating? I'm really just, I have my bougie moments. Don't judge me, and I'm hot. Okay. So anyway, back to all things working together. Okay. Don't complain. It could get worse. Don't do it, you know. Okay, welcome back. The camera cut off and I'm still a little hot, but this is my last video for today, and it's just a continuation from all things working together for the good of those who love the Lord. And so I think when the camera stopped, I was just saying that let's see if we can get a little better light some kind of way. I'm gonna close the good book. The good book is open. I've read it. We were reading from Romans chapter 8 verse 26 through 28. Okay, and I definitely, anything that I read, go in the Bible and read it. Try and get a good understanding, and you'll see TD Jakes, he preaches on it. Just get everybody that you like to listen to input on it, and you'll get a different perspective, but it's nothing like reading your Bible yourself. So anyway, I thought I could get some better light. I apologize for the lighting, you know, but where I stopped at with the last video was don't complain, because complaining gets you nowhere. And it can get worse. It can get worse. It can get worse. It can get worse. I read some fortune cookie, and it said, a man who knows how to live life well compares his life to a person who has less than him. Okay? And so if you're listening to this channel and you're interested in the things that I'm talking about, you know the foundation for my encouragement is real estate. So if you're at a place in life where you're ready to invest, you are definitely a blessed people. And so because of that, you know, just stay grateful. You know, sometimes you may not be able to see. A lot of times you may not be able to see how things are going to work out. I thank God because he has given me the vision in order to be able to see how things are working out in my life. But I remember when it was a time when I couldn't see anything. And it was because it was really one of my first times ever going through a difficult challenge in life. I was young. I was in my early 20s. I started real estate. I got my first real estate license when I was like 21, I think. So, you know, I'm over 14 years into it, and I've seen a lot of different things happen. I've read on a lot of different things. I've watched a lot of different things happen, and it can be confusing. And one of the things that I didn't know what happened is I didn't know that the devil would take it as a personal offense that I would want to encourage other people to invest. That I think it's important that we look good. I think it's important that we smell good. I think it's important that you take care of your hair You know, however you deem it necessary to take care of your hair, natural or with a perm. I perm my hair. I think it's important, and it's one of the things that I teach, that it's a time and a place for everything. When I go to a professional place, a business, because I'm whatever. When I go to a professional place, I'm not walking in there with my red fro, with my my deep burgundy fro, and it actually looks more fuchsia in person than on camera. It doesn't show up that way. When I walk into a business meeting, I'm gonna have on my shirt wig. I forget what the terminology is for it, but I never knew what it was called. One of my friends went to beauty school and she told me what it was called. But anyway, I'm gonna have on my taper wig, and I'm gonna be as professional as possible. It's a time and a place for everything, and it is never a time, maybe in a counseling session, to complain, because things can get worse. What you have to focus on, and what I stay focused on, is that whatever is going on was deemed necessary to get me ready for what it is that God is preparing me for. And we're always being prepared. Until you cross over, to the other side, and you go home to glory, however you want to, phrase it, you're being prepared for something. It never stops. It should never stop. It should never stop. Even if you're trying to get prepared to get married, once you get married, you got to stay married. And once you get married, you have to now incorporate a whole nother person into the process with you. Once you become a mother, you have to incorporate. It wasn't hard for me to have my daughter be priority over everything. But what I find myself having to always remind myself of is, okay, baby, same way you take care of the baby, you gotta take care of yourself. So she just, I give her everything, and the same way I give her everything, I have to give me everything. And that's a task sometimes when I have so many other things going on. But there's nothing really more that I can say about all things working together, except that all things work together. When you look back over your life and you see the things that God has brought you through personally, think about how you felt in the middle of that storm. And remember, you couldn't see anything, and you didn't know how it was going to get better. You didn't know, how you were going to make it through it. Then you made it through. Then the sun shined. Then you felt the presence of the Lord, because sometimes you don't feel it. But you have to trust and know that God is there, and He didn't bring you this far to leave you. And if you hold fast to those things, these things that our parents, our grandparents have given to us and shown us and walked it in life, you'll make it through too. We'll make it through too. I'll make it through too. And no. Everybody does not understand what you're going through. And no, everybody will not always care what you're going through. But God cares. He's the same God as He was yesterday. He's the same God today. And He's the same God forevermore. And anything else is just icing. Anything else is extra. And be grateful. And as long as you can continue to find the grateful place every day will get better. It's a practice skill. It is, to be grateful. Discipline is required over your lips to be grateful, because even right now, I could talk bad about how my hand was dealt. I could talk bad about the decisions I made. I can blame myself. I can blame other people. None of that gets me the results I'm looking for. None of that gets any money in my pockets. None of that gets this house painted any faster. You know, and that's what I want you to understand. No time for complaining. No time for whining. It's time to sing. Yes, get a good song you can sing. I am forever going to preach about music being an outlet and an avenue to get yourself on the right, to keep you on the right path. And how that music makes you feel. Don't forget that part. How that music makes you feel. If the music makes you want to cry, and it's not one of them, I'm working while I cry. It's not one of them, I'm working while I cry. Let's get this done. Painting, we've gotta paint. Don't sing it. Don't listen to it. You know, it's not worth it. And you might think you want to be angry and fight somebody. It's not worth it. It is, oh my God. There's so many other things that you could be doing. Even when you're getting out of a relationship. There's so many other things you can be doing besides being angry. You know, but you have to let the feelings process. You know, so process them. Journal. You could journal about it. Journaling hasn't been something for me at this point that I can really get out and commit my time to writing. But if you are blessed in that department and writing soothes you and allows you to get out your frustration, then okay. For me, it's my music right now. And it's dancing. I like to dance. So while I'm painting, guys, I'll be over there and I'll be, I'm every woman. I'm everyone. I'm telling you, you know, because I'm no different than anybody else. I am blessed with knowledge on real estate, and I had to bust my butt to get that knowledge. But just because I have it don't mean that, you know, any red carpet is being rolled out for me. I gotta go and get it. And the same applies to you. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, it doesn't mean just because God has given you a revelation and now you are the chosen one. It does not mean that the devil don't know that you're the chosen one. And so he's going to launch all types of attacks specifically designed for you. And you need to know that you have a tailor-made God specifically designed to help you walk right on through. You can tiptoe through many different tulips to get to where it is that God has you to be. But how you do that is you gotta stay grateful, you know, and just know in your heart that everything that you're going through is for a reason. And you know what? That reason might be to give somebody who's in your shoes right now some strength, some hope, and some encouragement. Because I remember I went through the time that I was telling you about where I couldn't walk. Like, I love money. I will work around the clock to get what it is that I can get. And now I know that that's not how I get to where I want to get to, but whatever. At the time, I was like in my 20s. I didn't know any better. So I was like, I had like 3 jobs and I was getting it. And I like my jobs because when I get on the job, I just talk and kick it with the people at the job. Working is fun. Whistle while you work. I have fun making money. As long as I know you're going to cut me a check, when I'm finished with that, I'm happy. And so I was happy. That was then. I'm a mom now. And I like Chuck E. Cheese. So anyway, what was I saying? I got carried away. So anyway, while I was doing that, when I was going through that depression, that's what I was talking about. When I was going through, my grandmother had passed away, and I was just like, me and her never got to go to the Super Bowl. And that was her thing. Like, I wanted her to meet Larry Bird, and I wanted to be the grandchild to have her, Larry Bird, come out and say what's up to my Nana. And when she died, I was just like blown away But before she died, I knew that that was it. Whatever it is that God wanted for me, in order for me to live the lifestyle I wanted to live, I was going to begin to do that. And when she finally passed away, I hit rock bottom. I didn't know rock bottom was necessary in order for me to start to climb back up. And climb back up in such like manner to climb up and be strong. And so while I'm going through this and I couldn't move, I went in a counseling session with my bishop, and I told him, I was like, you know, I can't move. Like, I get up and I can't move. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm just moping and I'm moving real slow. And that's when he told me, he was like, well, you get up and you do one little thing. So where I'm used to working 3 jobs, and when I say I'm used to working 3 jobs, I work at one job, go make it in the morning to my next, like my full-time job, sleep in the car in the parking lot of the job, and then go into the job from the job that I was working overnight, get in there, work there, and then from there take a nap on my lunch, and then from there go to my other part-time job. So I had a full-time job and 2 part-time jobs, and I was like, I was with it, I was rolling. And so to go from being able to, you know, work like that, and then to not even be able to go submit an application, I couldn't move. And so I made it through that, one step at a time. And when I finally got back to work, it was a lady that I talked to on the phone who was right where I was. And I was having an ungrateful day, like I was just upset about the day. And when she got on the phone and told me how many people, like only my Nana had passed away, her mom, her dad, and somebody else had passed away, and I was able to be the person to give her my experience, because in those times you may not pick up the phone to pay bills, you may not pick up the phone to do a lot of things, and she was doing it, you know, and I was proud of her, you know, because the devil wants you to lose your stuff. You know, death is a part of life. We lose people, you know, and when they go, they're in a better place. So while you're here, they want you to do your best, and you have to continue to be able to make decisions. You have to continue to be able to pay your bills, and you can do it. You can just sit aside some time to handle business, and then after that, you know, just let God handle the rest, you know, because you only can do what you can do. And so I'll leave it at that. I hope it was helpful. I'm always going to be as real as possible with you and give you exactly what I feel on something. You know, my experience on it. I've been through a lot. And listen, like, subscribe, share. If you want a counseling session with me, if you would like to talk to me, then you can reach me at drjoycaduces@gmail.com. If you're ready to invest in real estate, you can reach me and in your head and just let me know what's up, what it is that you're looking to do. If you're ready to get into real estate, then that is my specialty. If we're dealing with real estate and you have some things that come up, then I will talk to you about whatever it is that you're going through. But remember, I'm here to help you get your business together, handle business. So just expect that. I expect a lot from you, and I hope you expect a lot from me, because I have a lot to give. I love you. God loves you. Like, subscribe, and share.